to the Vortex of Legends season.
Immortality or death! Tremble!
Welcome to the Vortex of Legends season.
Immortality or death! Tremble!
Welcome to the Vortex of Legend season.
Immortality or death. Tremble!
Welcome to the Vortex of Legend season.
Immortality or death. Tremble!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back after a long, long break. And we apologize for that. We are back again here at Vortex of Legend Season 3. Now, the matches are going to start, and you know which teams are going to play for it. Team LCF versus Team Impurity Esports. Again, let me
of the greatest team we have seen in the tournament are actually going against each other. And it's gonna be fun to see because these are the teams who's gonna be very, very serious in how they are approaching their draft as well. And the execution is spotless most of the time. And their team fights also, they are very, very common in how they use their drafts as well. So we have to see what they prioritize here because right now impurities they are actually into this first pick. So they can have that upper hand for that one hero, but right now they are actually going to take out the Dragon. And for LCF, they are taking out that Hilda again in order to stop that early game aggression that can possibly be coming for the side of Impurity.
Agreed. I do see Impurity Esports moving ahead with a lot of hill topics, quite a lot lately. So, understandable why they want to make that respect ban right from the game number one. Now, the bans do lie into the hands of Team LCF. We might be looking at more of a respect ban rather than a, bans that is much more concerned, like maybe a jungler or maybe a mid. This time maybe we might be looking at a Suyu getting banned or even a tank. Maybe a Tigreal could work it out very well.
そなたの願いより生まれし蝶このランタンの光に導かれる
Okay. Looks like they have moved ahead with a fusion man. Understandable now. A very good hero. One of the signature hero coming in from Neko Scream. But again, I don't think that should be the signature hero given the fact that Zushin does get spanned every single time. Now, moving ahead, one last ban, and that would be a Harriet coming in. A very quick bans coming in from the side of Team Impurity Esports, don't you think so?
They are so quick in how they are choosing their heroes because I do really like their draft of the movement right there because we have seen they are actually trying to go for this target into that goal lane, but it's very understandable, right? Because these two heroes are such a dominant hero into this goal, but we've never seen them being banned in one side. It's always being traded away. If it's not open, it's just being banned for the other side again. But right now, maybe this is a chance for LCF to ban out anything that's very, very
レオ
prioritized
行
for
け
impurity. Oh my goodness, they are the one actually taking out the Irithel.
沈みゆく夕日の中で
Okay,
希
okay.
望の羽が
Irrital,
羽ばたく
understandable. Closing up the marksman lane as much as possible would do give them a little bit of higher ground here. But Bo picks up a Matilda. Okay, this is definitely an interesting pick to see, given the fact that Matilda could be paired up with a Suyu or maybe an Alpha. Now it is into the hands of Team LCF to see and pick if they are more suited around the Suyu or maybe the Alpha. They do pick up these kind of heroes a lot, quite into few matches that we have seen so far.
この世界の影
Yep,
を倒
and
すため
it's always completely being
不
banned. But
滅の
right now,
神は俺
impurities
を選ん
they
だ
do have the advantage to pick up the
命を
Matilda as
守る
very, very prior
そ
choice.
れ
But
が唯一
I
の
feel
使
like
命だ
LCF picking, giving this away, they have an answer to this kind of composition because they are not picking up this deny pick. They are just gonna go for the comfort because we have seen Domo under that Suyu as well. And Error is actually the one who picking up the Hylos, but that's not a problem for the Hylos into the first pick. It's so prior, it's so hot to counter
私
as
のフラッ
well.
シュ
And
ビ
even
ートを
if
聞かせ
we
てあげる
go with the CC too, it's actually him having that much of a sustain even in the late game is much of
逆
an
転のチャンス
enabler
が
too.
必
But
ずある
in
そ
this
れが
case, it is
サ
they
ッカ
are
ーの
as
魅力だ
understanding of the situation as well. They are the one actually using this their full two pitch to that full advantage, picking out most of their comfort heroes as well. But right now, for impurity. they are also the one going for this comfort as well because Bruno very very early on.
No, that's true. That's true. No, error picking up the high loss. That means the team LCF could go ahead with the Katotkacha as well. Pushing either of these heroes onto the EXP lane. But I wasn't expecting the marksman, the Bruno coming in quite
剣は
early
鋼
on.
のように
Your
骨
team
は
is
ダイヤ
Marksman, the
より
Bruno
も
being,
硬い
locked instantly. Like they just don't want to give that up. They could have picked up a carry. They could have picked up a Lunox in a response to this tankiness composition. And as expected, we are looking at a good Rukasa coming into the play.
星々の均衡を
Your
守る
team
こと
is
が
banning.
私
Really
の
like this
務め
advantage for NCF actually for understanding of their situation right now because the EF band away just set their pace because this EF might be a hindrance if Impurity get it into their hands because there's a Gatot, there's a Hylos, even a studio. It's gonna be hard for him to reach out the EF with that long range of an ultimate that he has. And a lot of sustainability with Tasil as well. But right now they are very doing good in
愛
picking
が
up
え
their
え
frontline players.
Your
Just try to
夜
team
も
is
pick
え
banning
え
their marksmen and their mates being hidden to now because they are not just the cost just yet. And if you they have to be decisive on how they're going to use this as a really last this is banking up.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Now, coming back into the banning section, I feel like it will be definitely focused onto the EXP laner. Maybe the Lucas could be the next onto the board, or even the Khalid could be the one right here. Very good bans coming in. But again, onto the side of team Impurity Esports, I want to see some of a utility mage coming in, a little bit
Your
of a
team
setup
is
mage.
banning
Oh, but wait a minute, they do target the EXP laner, but that wasn't something I predicted. Looks like CC would be the one. Now, what do you think about the last ban coming in, Debbie?
They could just narrow down the possibility for the side of LCF to go for another mate. But if they do ban out another mate again, they are gonna be in a very very tough spot too because they need to have that mate too. But right now the maximum is still available for them. What's gonna be good against Bruno might actually the Beatrix too. You never know because the Beatrix is still an option for them. Ban it out, or maybe LCF will have the chance to pick it up as well.
Yep, that would be something that we might be looking at, but as of now, 3 seconds onto the
絶
clock,
望の中で
or
も
will this
Your
ban be
希
missed?
望を
Okay,
持ち
looks
続
like
け
it
れ
is
ば
not a little
道は開
targeted
かれる
into the hands of Blue. Look at that now. Misery, you know that he's the goal laner. What is he picking? Okay, Moscow coming into the play, maybe, or maybe not against a Bruno. Does work it out very well, but then again, the Moscow does need to
私
play
は
around the team
復讐に生きる孤独な
24/7. So
魂
with that, we might be looking at the same. But as of now, Debbie, what do you think about this Moscow matchup against a Bruno, or what do you think the scenario would be?
I do really like this Moskov into the late game, but the early game might actually be his downfall still because there's a joy with our combination with the Matilda as well, and the Bruno is going to be outranging him time and time again. But that's where the play for the Gatot and the Hylos comes in because they can be a very very full frontline support as well, and the Moskov might actually be their in their win condition too. So they understanding this situation, LCF might eventually be playing for this Moscow too because they are gonna be into the losing side
真
and
の
they
愛は
want this their
血
俺
の
win
ごと
様
to
に
be
火を
as
灯した
available
ら
as
Your
possible,
team
as
is
世
somehow as
banning
界を
possible
丸焦
too. But
げに
right
し
now
まう
for
ぜ
Impurity they do
千
need this
年の
easy
痛み
lineup
も
as well.
憎し
But
みも
I do
これ
not
で
see a
終わら
need
せる
for them. What kind of lineup is it gonna be?
Oh, this is a classic strategy coming in from the side of Team Impurity Esports. They don't pick up a mage. They pick up something on the support onto the mid lane. Since Matilda is actually not a viable mage right here, given the fact that she is very slow comparatively any other mages, or even Carmilla. She is really
Oh,
slow clearing the lanes. So that could be something that pushing Carmilla into the mid lane would have been looking good for them. And of course, we are coming now. Team LCF, they have stocked upon on the all the HP coming in from the tank and the EXP, and Team Impurity Esports from the mid as well laner. Let's not forget that the EXP laner is a Xborg, a classic pick coming in. This pick a few seasons ago, it's been like almost few months that we haven't seen a Xborg coming onto play, and I'm kind of excited to see because both the teams really good draft coming in.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Very early on because one of the teams has
5
a
seconds
perfect
till the
draft
enemy
themselves
reaches
as
the
well. And
battlefield.
it's kind of a consult
Smash
too
them!
we have seen for both of the teams as well because
Ultimate
this is a classic
deployed!
Impurity Fire, like you mentioned. But now it's gonna be a very, very fun match to witness because both of the teams are so very ready in this series because this is the most important for them. They want to have the advantage, they want to have the lead. So right now we have to see what both of the teams put into the table.
That's true. That's true. Early game, early to the mid game, I don't believe both of these teams would be going in a lot for those kills as much as they could, but the mid lane pressure is truly high onto Neko's Queen as of now.
Like you mentioned, the king isn't that good for the side of impurity as of now because there's a there's the mention as well in a combo with that quick counter and they're gonna be having their lead, but look at him, he's kind of in trouble, but and yeah, that means not much of courtesy that's gonna be happening right now, but look at that.
Okay, Forsaken does have his revitalize ready for this moment, and he would be just surviving that a little bit of attention coming in from the Carmela as well as the Matilda into the early game. Now the turtle will be up in just few seconds. Johan trying to jump in with the skills, but unable to get enough damage as of now. Matilda runs away with sliver of HP. This is actually a good sign. No first blood given.
That's a pretty perfect time for Imperial users now because they are wasting, I don't mean bit find a little skirmishes into the mid lane, but right now, if this first turtle goes into the hands of LCF, it might actually be in trouble, but this they can have a powerful counter as well because they are having a competition for the mid lane too. So as early as possible, LCF might have to focus on this first turtle because Impurity can't afford to lose this first turtle because they have a Joy who's going to be as much drama as possible too. But right now, looking at the position of LCF right now for Chicken, he's just trying to set up for the turtle. Is he?
Okay, but there is a slight difference in EXP between the Matilda as well as Forsaken right now. The Gatorkacha. One is level 4, one is not. Now, the teams need to make sure that they are protecting their junglers. As we know, the first turtle kind of important, but onto the top lane, I do see Wuhan Satoru trying to get a electrifying beat onto the Valentina, but Valentina's positioning proving him a little bit hard. Okay, AOG dropping in. That was the Purify coming in from Bo, but wait a minute, Neko's Queen in kind of a dicey position into the battle lines. There we go, Johan also jumps in trying to get some damage in, but the curse of blood cutting down to the 4 people. There we go. We got our first blood, and that will be the Xbox who picks it up. Now, both the teams kind of looking quite low, scrambling for this retribution battle coming in. Look at them. Forsaken just goes in. That was the bow who would be going down, but the retribution going into the hands of Team Van Satro. Okay, it doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop here. Right on time, gets a kill, and that would be the bomb who would be going down.
That was actually perfect for them right now because he's gonna be needing that much of a lead. But right now, John has been planning quite perfectly for a steal. He's gonna be as much available into this early game as possible because this is how you're gonna be using onto the studio because you need to be a level ahead most of the time, especially against a Joy who's gonna be such a threat against you. So I feel like Johan is doing such a really good job in trying to keep his life, not to have that kill count as much as possible because I mean till this 6 minutes of this game he's gonna have to be the one carrying his team along because this is what the snowball potential the studio have. But right now, looking at the position of Blue, right, he's just so perfect into this mid lane, just trying to pressure Nicole's Queen as much as possible.
Forsaken tries to goes in. That was the glorious pathway coming in from the EXP laner. But wait a minute. Okay, AOG popped up in a very defensive manner. Johan tries to jump in, but no. Okay, another Curse of Blood coming in, connecting to two people. This time the link would be broken. But okay, the counter Curse of Blood does comes in from blue as well. Look at them. They did win out a trade 0-1 and equaling the score as of now. Oh, but wait a minute. That SOD. Perfect SOD is coming in.
Yep, that was a perfect case. So what a perfect evening of a misery as well. But right now, I do really like the position that they are in because they're just like like you said.
Okay, top lane. That is just a little bit of skirmish. They could have done it if Johan was there. But again, he does need this farm. But Team Impurity Esports, they have their eyes set onto the turtle, and it will be an easy turtle into the hands of Van Satro. But okay, that 1v1 situation into the bot lane. Moscow will be the one taken down, and an easy turret. Okay, this is actually going good into the hands of Team Impurities Esports for the early game.
They were looking for some of them, but Johan, he must have been looking for but he was not even as well.
Yep, the perfect purify coming in from the Bruno here. But wait a minute, we are looking at the skirmish going on, and that will be Neko Queen trying to get attacked, but the Ring of Punishment dealing a little bit of chip damage right here and there. Van Satro trying to go in for a re-engage, though he doesn't have his ultimate as of yet.
In theory, right now, they are looking for staying in team fight, right? Because OCF were the one who were the early game right now. How far that even
Okay. Curse of Blood coming in from Carmilla this time. A 2-2-man connection, not much, but again, Team LCF, they are losing their HP very, very quickly, and that is what they need to make sure, because one revitalize, two revitalize is actually not enough for them. Mansatro on a chase for Johan as of now, but into the mid lanes, it will be taken down by the Bruno, and you know, two turrets already down. Not two, but three.
Oh, oh my goodness, that was really been taken down. The threat been not a very factor for Impurity because they are easily taking it down, and the timing of their fights have been so perfect because they were able to stop away LCF or what how much they are able to take out their minions in order to save their turrets, and that first two turrets that Impurity have taken might eventually be in their favor because LCF are looking for the touches potato for themselves, and right now
Okay, the Circling Eagle coming on to play along with Curse of Blood. Perfect Curse of Blood, but Johan wins the Retribution battle. Go would be the one going down into the hands of the EXP laner, but moving ahead, the next on to the chopping board would be Neko's Queen. And I do feel the Bruno who do have the low mana. That is actually not a good sign, but the mid lane will be taken out fast and quickly. There we go. Moscow does joins up the party into the mid lane. They are still targeting the sliver of HP. That's the sliver of the sliver HP that we have seen so far into this match that the Bruno just escaped.
There was a weird stampede we are seeing because we were talking about how Impurities has made a little comeback into this turrets as well, turret-wise, objective-wise as well. But right now, LCF are just throwing them away again because they have the enough system. They weren't able to take down any members for Impurity, but they did manage to lower them. And in change of that, they secured two turrets in their favor. Maybe this is a response for LCF right now, and if this goes on a little bit longer than that Impurity fought for, Moscow might actually be that X-Factor for LCF because it's gonna be coming online as well because we have seen how much of a farm that he have taken he have been taking waves and waves and waves, just even the turrets as well. So these may actually be in favor of LCF and they know this pretty well because look at their position right now. They are just playing for the Moscow.
I do agree with you, Debbie, right here. Okay, your mom on to the next on the chopping block. The Spiraga armor will be popped. Okay, error goes into the Spiraga armor, does get stand up, looking quite low. Johan, on to the other hand, does gets him off. Now, Team Impurity Esports, they are making a move onto the top lane as of now. But onto the other hand, there is a contrast right here. Team Impurity Esports, they did draft for a early game to the mid game. While we are at the mid game as of now, the power spike is yet to be seen. Look at them scouting for pushes, making sure that they are getting enough damage. But on the counter, on the side of Team LCS, they do have perfect mid game to the late game. Moscow completely onto the late game. And also Bruno is there for to make sure that they won't lose the late game as well.
And for both teams, that's the same situation because we have seen both of the marksmen have been quite well informed as well. And they are like the late game heroes. They have been very far, but Moscow does have that specific in the last game as well. But yes,
Okay, so he does come here, but the so Curse of Blood will be here, but killing spree picked up by Bruno. Look at them losing HP time by time. That will be the Carmelas getting attacked as of now, and they will be losing few of their members. 3 members down. That just leaves the Xbox as well as the Bruno all alone to defend. An easy Lord. You're talking about the level 1 Lord into the hands of Team LTF, given the fact that they are still 8 seconds left to land Satoru coming up.
and it's gonna be quite enough for us to actually the Lord player right now. I do not know what Impurity can do as well because they are actually lacking in CC with the lack of mates and a crowd control tank because we have seen the Matilda and Matilda has been so much prioritized again, especially in combination with those tanky members right now. Their only frontliners might actually be this Xbox. Be that, but he's gonna become very, very low because there's a lot of damage coming out from Monster as well, and the armor might not be enough because so far he's got the Brute Force, not the Blade Bastard just yet. So it's gonna be a little bit of problem for his team because they have to come out with or they have to come out with a different kind of strategy and maybe just try to take down the misery onto the Moscow before the Lord comes in. But that's very, very low in chances.
That's true. That's true. Before they secure the Bruno, I feel like they could have taken down a Katukasa for themselves, but they just left it open. But as of now, Blue would be the one going down into the hands of Matilda. Bot lane inhibitor down as well. I have seen this strat quite a few times. Before the Lord, it would the inhibitors who would be falling down. Fraga armor down, blasting insanity coming into the play, but no, it will be error in a very bad position as of now. Pops the revitalize as well, but no, won't be surviving all that damage coming in. And let's not forget the Bruno is farming up 400 already.
That's gonna be a perfect scenario for Impurity right now because they have they have finally found the information they are looking for because they did manage to take down a very, very early game threat with the Valentina with Blue right there, and their tanky frontliners for LCS. The Hylos has been such a nuisance for them as well because he's dishing out a lot of damage. It allows with the soaking damage that he did as well with the sustainability that he has, but that's where the the X-Mod comes in handy. He's gonna be doing water damage in combination with the War X2, and it's not gonna be enough for Error to sustain that much. Maybe, just maybe, we have to play it like that again because they do not have a heavy duty, and they are surely dependent on the cameras to take on work, and that's actually not enough because your mom has to be as available as possible into the team fight because they are in a competition right now where the team fight is important for them, but they do have a macro advantage that's going to be on Vansatoru on Titizoy because they have that mobility they are looking for.
Oh, agreed, agreed. But right now, Team LTF, they do have the river area control into the hands. Look at them. Look at them. Just blew enough with the skills, dealing so much damage. Now he pops his lasting insanity coming in from Valentina this time, as a defense. Agreed, you need to be aware of the Joy's position as well. While Joy is constantly focused on the Valentina, understandable why, but as of now, the Faraga armor popped off as well. The Lord is being contested. a little bit of blood dance coming in, but look at that. This is what I was talking about, the river area control. Okay, Neko's swing gives her a very good course of blood, but that won't be enough. The teams are not looking for a fight. This would be a 50-50 chance where Team Impurity Esports will be contesting for this Lord. Moving ahead, the Lord looking 50% of his HP. Will this be enough? Because Van Sotero, he does needs an opening. He did get an opening. Look at his positioning as of now, and the Lord being a Lord chance. Johan tries to get a jump in, but no, the AOG connecting on to Yoman this time with the lasting insanity popped up as well. Look at them to go, and they are still doing a little bit of good stuff coming in, but it will be Johan who picks up the Lord. Good retribution coming in, but Valentina double kill. Team Impurity Esports, they are losing their members, and that is just the Matilda all alone to save the base.
A lot of space and chance for the side of Cynthia as well, but look at that. This is just going to be good for more because there's Freeman just sitting onto the base and really right in the middle that cannot do anything, and Johan will eventually take him down as well. But the most important part into the game, the base will be onto the focus for the fight of the LCF, and they will
Victory!
be successfully securing that game one.
There we go. The last team fight was a little bit of intense. Both the teams, I did see that they were targeting each other. The jungler for the jungler, and I did see the jungler scouting the bushes more than Forsaken could have gone. Given the fact that Forsaken was already low in HP, so that was another point for them. But looks like Johan would be the one picking up the MVP now. The Bruno is definitely a very good respect ban into the next match.
Yeah, it's gonna be looking perfect for them as well because looking at the position of the Bruno so far, he's doing quite a lot. But like you mentioned, that last fight might actually be the downfall of Impurity Eastern because it was a little bit off for them right there because LCF are a lot of chunky members and they do not have the frontliner in play as well. And even when one went in, there was a lot of CCs coming out from him as well. But this time around they need to be careful in how they are executing as well because there wasn't any problem in the draft as well, but they do need a lot of crowd control or maybe a tanky frontliner this time around in this second game.
That's true, that's true. And before we go on to the second match, let's take a short break and let the teams get ready.
Welcome to the Vortex of Legends season.
Immortality or death! Tremble!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You guys are watching the Vortex of Legends Season 3. Here we are at the match number 2. Now, again, this is going to be a match point coming in, given the fact that Team LCF did win up the first match. Now, interestingly enough, Impurity Esports did went ahead with their classic strategy of picking a support into the middle lane. And they did not work it out very well. But into the next match, what will their strategy be? Let's just wait and watch. And with that, again, this voice of this match will be Debbie and me, Peachy. Welcome, Debbie.
It's good, to see this, where other teams are so serious. And right now, FCF are actually having the upper hand into this first match. And Impurity wasn't having that much of a micro problem as well because their micro was in onto the perfect point too. But actually, I feel like their decision making might eventually be their downfall because we have seen their position or what to make them lose again. Because into the later part of this game,
Your team is banning.
dive in. Anyone who can take the Lord were the one who's going to be actually winning too. And that
沈みゆく夕日
failed
の
that
中で
that
Your
actually
team
fell
is
into the hands
banning.
of LCF again. So this time around, Impurity, they might actually come out with a draft that has a normal composition, because it did work out in previous tournaments that we have seen with those kind of draft, but this time around they are going to go against LCF, who are so good in responding to any kind of draft you are gonna face them with. So this time around, we have to see what they're gonna be coming out with because we have seen the perfect band for both of the teams, the Hilda and the Matilda.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I feel like it would the Hilda would be definitely
Your
a
team is banning.
ban. They don't want to give it out. Irithel on to the next. Understandable. Looks like they know the in and out for the side of Team Impurity Esports, and the same goes in for that. Matilda getting banned. Understandable. Why? Matilda last match it did work it out very well, but Impurity Esports they were lacking a little bit damage. They had enough frontliners, even though they picked up a Xborg as their EXP lane, but his Firaga armor was already down before he could join any team fight, so that was a concern. This time, I feel like they would be sticking to a proper mage, a proper EXP laner, maybe trying to take up as much as his
そ
HP
なたの
into
願いより
the
生まれ
tank as
し
well
team is
as
banning.
into the
このランタンの
EXP
光に
lane.
導かれる。
What I like about the one reserve slot for Jushin, because this is a kind of meta where both of your XP laner and your roamer really, really want to go for tanky lineups because your jungle is gonna be wanting to go for the assassin as well. Not, in the extensions of Fredrin or the Matilda as well, but now this is gonna be a waste of
Your
time
team
for
is
the rest of the
banning.
game because Justin is always gonna be there and it's already a must ban for them as well. But I do really like this banking out for SCF as well because they looking like they do not want to give out the hero that work well for them as well. And maybe what they, this time around they would want to go for those Johan special again, the Yeeson thing too,
私の
because they
鉄
are
拳に
actually setting up
かな
for
う
it. But
者
right
はいな
now,
い
Your team
the
is
Badai
picking.
is also being picked banned away, so this open up the chances for a good lane trade possibly. The Harry is also there, the Gunther is also there, or maybe if this is down, he might actually be wanting to go for the Natan too because there are so many options. But most teams prioritize the Granger much more than the Harris.
Oh, that's
苦しみの
about
音色を
it.
聞
Your
かせ
But
て
as
や
team
of
ろう
is
now, look
picking.
at that. This is what I was about to say. Granger coming onto the play. Granger was not respected the first match. Yes, they did ban up a Granger in response to misery. He has been known to take savages and maniacs throughout the games with the hero Granger. So naturally, you don't want to keep it open for him to do the same again and again. But let's just see if he is able to take another step forward.
Your team is picking. Your team is picking.
Alright, that was a little bit of a misconnection, I would say, but yeah, so far we have seen
Your
both teams are
team
so
is
ready onto the
banning.
draft as well because we've seen they are so fast in their drafting as well because the Gatot and the Joy has been picked up for the side of LCF, and what a impeccable combination so far. And for Van, he's going for his comfort. For the first time we have seen him, the Fanny being completely ignored, and this time around he's gonna be the one first picking it. But it's so risky, don't you think?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Now again,
我
the
が
Fanny
海
is
を
some,
司る者
is
なり
a kind of
team
a
is
hero
banning.
where if you can get the snowball into the hands, well and good, you are carrying the game. And if you don't, you need to make sure that your teammates are helping you to get the snowball, no matter what, if you want that victory. So that's kind of the scenario that the Fanny would be having into their hands. But the same goes for the Joy as well. They need,
命を
until
守
the
る
last game, we did
それが
see the
唯一の
same
使命だ
the statement that I just made. Van needed a little bit of a pathway to go in for the gangs, wasn't able to catch up to Blue as well. But this game, let's just see what will happen because Team Impurity Esport, they still have options to make their front liner strong, given the fact that they need a EXP laner as well as a roamer.
And what do you think about this Khadija? Because we haven't seen like Khadija being banned away, but right now, just like you mentioned, you know, LCF are reading out that Impurity does need a frontliner, that tanky frontliner, because we have seen so far the Fanny, the Sicilian, the Carrot is not going to be having that much of a sustain amongst themselves as well. So they tend taking out the Herald is the wisest choice amongst,
愛と希望が
to say the least. But
一番
right now, oh
偉
my
大なる
goodness,
Mm.
発明なので
Impurity
す
are just going to go for the Angela and the Khadija band. This is a rare picture to see because we haven't seen these two being picked away or being banned down, but maybe possibly they know something that we don't because the Joy and the Angela combination is actually still valid. And I do not know about this Khadija though.
Karita, understandable because I have seen Blue picked up Karita a few times to counter a Sicilian, or even it does feel like it is a good counter. But Angela, this is where my doubt starts to creep in. I'm not sure about the Angela as well. Rather than an Angela, I would have loved a Eve getting banned
人生に
because
近道
when
は
you
ないっ
ban an
て
Eve, because I feel
ポ
like
ータ
Team
ルがあるだ
LCF
ろ
they still have a chance to pick up the Eve as a response, as a counter for the Sicilian.
Yep. They might actually go for it as well. And possibly the first starter because that's two range heroes that's gonna be looking very, very good. But right now Impurity do really, really need a very uh heavy crowd control and very, very sustainable hero. So possibly they might try to go for the Khalid maybe because they are gonna need the CC too. Because looking at the
この
composition right now,
鎖
the
に
CC is
縛ら
not
れ
a
てい
CC
るの
hero,
は
but
Your team
actually
is
私
picking.
だ
they're
け
gonna
では
use
ない
their foe as a distractor, the
僕
tempo
の矢の
breaker
栄光の
for
た
the
めに
advantage as well. But CF are the one capitalizing on this pick for Impurity and just picking out this high grail for themselves because I do really like Tiger against any kind of assassin because he's in comparison with his full combo is gonna
これ
be
も運
approximately
命
three
Your
seconds
team
of
is picking.
crowd control and you do not want to deal against that crowd control when you are with against a Fanny or any kind of assassin so far. But right now Impurity does really need to pick out any kind of high sustain, high crowd control hero.
合法の鬼も
Oh, that's
討伐
true.
より
And
票
response to
す
a Tigreal, the Bellary coming onto the play. Understandable, does have enough taunt skills onto him, and you know that he does have a possibility. And if you time your skills right, that could be, the turning tables right here to make sure that they are stopping the Joy, especially the Joy, the electrifying leads. Once he gets a snowball into his hand, that really gets a little bit scary, but as of now, both the teams, again, the beautiful draft coming in, both the teams did make sure that they have drafted perfectly in every single lane.
And that's gonna be amazing to say because for the side of LCF they have this early game aggression or mid game too because we cannot say that much of an early game. The mid game is where they're gonna be shining in, and for the early game. For Impurity, they have early game security as well as late game security because they have a Fanny and Harris, and the Cecilian is gonna be stacking up quite a lot because we know how the Sicilian is much of a problem to this late game as well. But there's a lot of dive that's gonna be coming up for
Welcome
the
to
side of
Mobile
MSG. However,
Legends!
still the execution is lying onto
5
both of
seconds
these
till the enemy reaches the
really good
battlefield. Smash
job
them!
so far has been amazing from both of these late
Hostiles
teams. So
deployed!
we are gonna see how the system works for both of these teams.
That's right about it. The second match of the day. Let's just wait and see who will be the one winning it. And maybe a clean sweep, maybe not. With that, a little bit of fast clear coming into the mid lanes, while the junglers are still going in for a opposite side of a rotation. Joy focusing onto the bot. Okay, we are witnessing a pause coming in. Looks like we do have some technical issues, but don't worry, it will be solved very soon. But till that time, I want you guys to let me know which team are you guys rooting for, because the second match might be the last or might be not. While Impurity Esports, they need to push through this game with a victory no matter what, or they will be falling into the lower brackets.
This is a do or die for Impurity Esports because like you mentioned, they are gonna have to they need to try to clean sweep at least because they do want to world teams want to have the upper hand into this tournament. Just staying in the upper bracket might actually be their factor too. But one thing I do like about the Belleric pick is against the Joy, he's gonna be taunting him quite a lot, and it's gonna be perfect for him as well when the Joy tries to dive in with the electrifying bits too. And if there's a Belleric presence into the picture, it's gonna be taunting him quite a lot. And that might be something Johan needs to look forward to. But other than that, that's not much of a threat that's gonna be coming out for Joy as well because when he can get this early game snowball potential, he might actually be able to take down even four members for the side of Impurity because they are just so squishy. Maybe the Fanny can be a little bit of a that mobility queen that she is and might actually be having that a good time against Joy. But other than that, Nico's queen has to be really, really careful as well as the Harris.
Okay, okay, that was a very good insight coming in, Debbie. That could be the possible scenarios that we will be looking at very very soon, given the fact that both the teams do not have first blood as of yet into their hands. And let's make it a kind of a bet thing, not exactly a bet, we are not betting on anything, but I would love to know from your audience who would be the one going down as the first blood. And with that, the pause will be taken off. Looks like it would be all the issues will be resolved. Look at that. The team is just moving in.
They are actually going slow, given that it's only 1 minute into this game, but the Fanny already got them wave up. And when you see a user Fanny, he's gonna be very aggressive into this level 3 as well because he doesn't need the cutthroat just to kill any member down just yet. But he's just objects that he's just really focused onto the farming as well. That might eventually be better too, but he has to move faster to have that energy going on for him as well. But right now he might actually be focusing on just 4 seconds ahead, just with few tables just trying to dive in, but 4 seconds, he knows that he's gonna be safe.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Now I'm liking the fact that Belleric is giving up a lot of vision, especially the vision coming in from Novaria. Total will be up, but Misery
Joy.
onto the top lane. Okay, this is okay, but Neko's
First
Queen
blood!
does get it. That would be the first blood popping into the hands of Neko's Queen. Quick thinking coming in from Neko's Queen this time.
That was a fast movement coming out from him as well. But look at them. They're just trying to go for something, right? Because they have a Fanny, they have that mobility in that early game aggression mobility as well. But look at that, there's a lot of damage coming out from Cobra as well. That's Inferno Pursuit will build up again, but the AoE will be successful in saving Arrow of that damage right there. But given this, the turtle might eventually be going into the hands of Impurity. They are having the upper hand.
Okay, so far so good coming in into the hands of Team Impurity Esports. They are winning that early game that they wanted as of now. Focusing on the goal lane purely. Look at that three-man rotation coming and onto the top lane.
They are just trying to focus just a little bit onto Misery because they know what a snowbally Granger can do. But they do need to have Fanny into the presence because of Van. He's perfect into the Fanny. He doesn't have that much of a Fanny play because it's always being banned. But he's in his comfort zone and really just try to be as aggressive into the early game as possible, like a Fanny should be. And focus might even OG onto the aggressive. All right now, Van just diving in, just chunking down a lot of damage onto Blue and eventually taking down 2 kills onto the one kill onto the Fanny as well. But the Fanny of Esports will just try to survive a little bit with that bad freeze, but yeah, no casualty just yet.
Okay. So far, so good into the hands of Team Impurity Esports. Yet again, look at them. The EXP lane are rotating all the way from the bot lane, and they have been spotted.
Oh, that's a lot of damage and airborne. And just they already connect onto the blue buff as well as all the summon mechanics as well. Arrows just like grabbing his step. That's a right as well. But Misery will be able to take him down. Go against force in trouble. Just a lot of damage for your mom's a try to dive in. The revitalize will be there, but it won't be enough to save him. That's double kill for Misery and it's gonna be draining a lot of gold from that just from that.
Okay. He was able to get the kills of a roamer as well as the EXP, given the fact that they are the most tankiest hero. Now, when you give enough farm into the hands of a Granger, you know what will the condition will be. You know what the scenario you will be looking at. Now, I don't see the Fanny going in. Okay, the Fanny does go in.
He's gonna be searching for blue most of the time because that's a squishy. Remember, it's gonna be very, very squishy, and even without the presence of the clutch sword and the stealable the tornado string might actually be enough. And that's the second third for falling into the hands of Ben. What, yeah, maybe. What are the things that LCS can do in order to have an answer to this offense?
Oh, that's true. They did pick up a integral in response to get a little of CC into their hands to stop the Fanny, but they are not able to as of now. Look at that. 5 minutes have been passed and the kill. Okay.
Killing spree!
Ooh, that's another kill on for Vencetero again, and not onto none other than the Navaria. That's the blue. It's gonna be very, very squeezy, like we mentioned, and it's gonna be on to the hunt. This is a Fanny who's trying to come online. She's the 5 minutes of this game. He already have this 3 kills into his own Nico and Blue and Nico's just trying to be as much of a nuisance as they are against Johan. But right now, Johan will be actually, in a perfect position to perform against Joe. Whatever is so doesn't connect on the 3 members again. There's a rest of guard. Really pops his thing, but Bo in trouble. But he's gonna be very, very sustainable here. Won't be able to fall down. But Misery taking a lot of damage onto Beth and Tech as well. That's not much going on with both of the teams right there. But one turret will be falling to the hands of Impurity.
That will be the first turret that we have seen taking down Impurity Esports. They are kind of quick when it comes to the turrets. Now, they are quick for their rotations this game as well. I do see the phobias around the map 24/7, making sure that they get enough support while they are at the team fight. But Fanny into the other side.
Ooh, he was hitting low of them was trying to take the blue, he's just diving in, going back again. There's not a lot of energy being burned away without the connection, but AOZ will be used, but yeah, eventually it will not be enough for them. There's no CC giving up, but looking at the blue cards are holding the one, just trying to look for something error, and the young one just rolling it out together as well, and there's not much of a casualty that's going to be coming up on both of them because they are very, very tanky as well. But look at Misery in trouble. That's a mega kill for Ben. Satoru onto that Penny, and the turtle will be completely open for Impurity.
Agreed. Now this time it is Impurity Esports who does have the higher ground when it comes to the river area control. They got it all into their hands. The other ones making sure they get the neutral objectives while Johan's purple buff is being in contest as of now.
That was a little bit of trend that's happening just before because of a blue buff, and I did not like to be in Johan's position as of now because he didn't get taken down anytime just yet, but he is yet to come online. He needed to have the kind of damage along with this the Holy Crystal if he wants to be that much of a threat for Nicholas Quinn or the Harris as well. But right now, he hasn't been getting much online because he's been outfarmed time and time again by Fanny. So when he's having that much that limited to get into the center, but medium of high and better budget opportunity to get very, very low, but the maybe not early with the one that was the of AOZ will be collected as well, but here is but Nico screams another kill onto the Granger, but does it die coming out from Johan as well? The rest of the drive will be the one securing the crowd control, and Johan will be falling into that scam. It is not a perfect shot for LCS just yet.
1 HP away, just 1 HP just needed, like one hit coming in from Johan to take down the Belleric, but unfortunately that was not his day. Now Teamfight did work it out very well into the bot lane, into the hands of Team Impurity Esports, who are leading the game with 5 kills already. Look at them, onto the bot lane again. I do see Van Sutro trying to duel it out with Hera this time. Van successfully getting the orange buff right here. Now Van Sutro, he has enough farm to go and take the blue into a few shots. Look at him, and he has been targeting the right people. Blue, Misery, he's keeping eye on them, on their positions as well. Look at them, AOG connecting in.
Oh, 4-man connecting onto the AOZ, but Vesper will be the one falling down to the hands of Missouri. Yo Mo will be securing that kill onto the gas as well, but Missouri, the ball kill for him. Johan will be falling to the hands of Herod as well, but that's a Missouri connecting onto 2 members, revitalizing pops again, but Boo will be securing that kill onto 4 seconds. He's just too tanky for Missouri, but Missouri who's still diving in that kill. That's double kills, 2 double kills from Missouri right now, but that's so much damage coming out from Missouri. Again, this man is on 6 kills now and is gonna be having that lead that he's looking for.
7 kills into the hands of LCF and 6 into the hands of Misery. Look at that. He has been active in almost every single kill possible, every single team fight possible, holding so much farm as well as a bounty on his head. Now again, the bounty is already onto the hands of the Cecilian as well as the Harrod as well. Look at that, the Lord being in contest as of now. The river area control, which was in once into the hands of Team Impurity Esports, they are trying to gain it back. Now Zohan goes in with the electrifying lead, but is it enough?
That's one ultimate being popped just before the start of the round. That's just a low cooldown zero onto that Joy. That's gonna be fine for Johan right now, but looking at the position of LCS so far, they are the one having that control like you mentioned, but that's where Van comes in, right? He's gonna be securing definitely close connecting on members. Oh, that's a bad speed committed as well. Both of them it's gonna be pumped up very, very low. AOG will be committed as well. Will be going down to the hands of Team again. Boom into the backside. Van Sutro just diving in, securing 2 kills onto the backside. It's possible from Misery again, but Sutro is there. He will be the one securing triple kill, and that's a wipe out. One side of Palace have and a free lord for Impurity Esports.
A beautiful implosion coming in, but unfortunately there was no backup coming in from the side of Team LCS. If the bomb did get a backup onto there, I'm pretty sure the Sicilian would be down. But again, a wipe out, a trade, a 5-for-1 trade coming in. Team Impurity Esports, they have this game into their hands.
Yep, they are also looking in at perfect positions because they have the macro advantage at this point with the presence of Benny Jasia, but LCF, they need to come up with something. The implosion, oh my god, look at that, the conceal just connecting on the Nicholas Quinn. He's in trouble. There's a lot of follow-up coming out for both of his teams, but right now, that's a lot of damage coming out for onto the backside, but will be airborne again. There's a mark first with as well. Arrow is he's gonna have this back away. He's gonna be taken very, very low. The revival is top again in order to have another assassin, and the Lord will be marching the top lane, and that's 2 members down for the side of LCF. Oh, that's Van just diving into Johan's. Johan's body will be the one getting cut down by worst for members. This mystery bot for now 4 members diving into force. He's definitely on one side diving into mystery as well, but he will be the one eventually falling down. That's again that. A lot of damage coming out of both teams, and Nicholas will be eventually falling down. Mystery just trying to dive in, and he will be set down by Harriet and probable for Harriet again, but more three members going out for LCM again. The Forza will be coming to the first second will be the one securing. The first second will be actually the one falling down for that little bit of skirmishes and impurity. They have to back away.
Definitely beautiful implosion coming in, but look at the minions flowing in from every single lane possible. Mid lane, top lane, bot lane. That is a hell lot of a minion that we are looking at today. That was a perfect lane set coming in from the side of Team Impurity Esports, but unfortunately they weren't able to finish up the base. Now Vancetoro does get the purple buff of Johan. Now Team LCF, they are a bit behind onto the goal. Look at the goal difference coming in, which is almost around that 6,000 to the 7,000 goal lead that we are looking at as of now. And it is definitely into the hands of Team Impurity Esports, who are leading with the goal, with the kills, which is in double of the from Team LCF.
Yeah, they are, impurities are looking quite in a good position right there. But Red the Rose of diving, but yeah, that's normal sort of damage for blue. Will be just trying to dodge it away, but at this point, Impurity can play the safe game because they can risk to take the turtle, to wait for the lure. Oh, that's a big implosion being baited out. That's a little bit more, but that's badly baited onto Arrow as well. Trying to dive in, five members onto Arrow. He will be falling just before the law into the hands of Harris, and safe to say Impurity are setting up for the law, and safely and soundly they will be the one securing that law, and this might possibly be a last push for them.
Oh, that could be highly possible right here, given the fact that there are no inhibitors standing tall. And with that, Carrot is all farmed up. 916. Look at that. Harriet, he just needs to drop his Zaman force from the back lanes and just dash, dash, dash. He's getting all the kills anyhow. And with that, let's not forget Van Sapero as well. 8-4. Look at him. Look at the team. Right now, Forsaken trying to give up a little bit. Oh, okay, okay. I feel like Fanny would be going in.
He's just trying to look for a position or maybe wait for the Lord to, or just before the Lord take down Misery as well, because he's building full damage. That's Rose's goal for him. And he might eventually be able to survive any kind of cuts for the turning up of the Fanny as well. But look at the Lord, just try to merge in, but still capable. He's just trying to look for a bait again.
Oh, the Lord is here. Look at that.
That's a lot of damage from both of the teams right now. He was swapping. But the base is wide in trouble, and Fanny just trying to move in and out, just playing a distractor, and Infinity just try to secure this second game and equalizing against LCF. That's a 1-1 for this best of 3 series, and we are going into the final game.
There we go. It will be pushed to the game number 3. What a match coming in from both the sides. While 10 kills into the hands of Misery. Look at that. 11 kills onto the kill board, and it is 10 into the hands of Misery. That is definitely a lot of kills. But onto the other side, it will be, both the marksmen are actually getting the MVP.
Oh. What I think for Impurity, because Impurity are the one actually having that early game advantage into the hands of Van with that Fanny, and he has been such a factor, such a good factor, just trying to get the snowball going for them, and eventually Harris, the late game hero for them, is just burning up along with the Cecile, and at this point there was no point for LCF to dive in, because there's no they are going anti-dive, because Impurity, they are having so much of a lead. There wasn't anything that Johan can do against them as well, and Fanny has been such a distractor for them, and they weren't just calling out for the seasons that's gonna be coming out for both as well. So in the end, Impurity, they are so deserving of this, but right now we are gonna see a final match for both of these teams. But before that, we are going to take a short break, and we'll be coming back later.
Welcome to the Vortex of Legends season.
Immortality or death! Tremble!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are at the Vortex of Legend 3 and awaiting for the result of who is going to be pushed down to the lower brackets. Will it be Team LCF or will it be Team Impurity Esports? And to find out, we will be seeing the last match, into this best of three series, while Team Impurity Esports made sure to push it down to the third match of this series. There we go. The draft is all here.
Mhm. And we are looking forward to this the final game for both of these teams because they are playing so hard to just try to get this one slot into this upper bracket as well because you know how important
私
it
に
is
ご
because
命
we
令
do
を
not want to have
Your
a long
team
run
is
into the lower
banning.
bracket too, right? But right now, LCF it's so amazing to see that one game you are playing this one hero and the second game you are gonna be banned it's gonna be banned away and LCF are doing just that because they are
そ
respecting
なたの
bans
願いより生
banning
ま
Your
れし
banning
ちゃ
you
team
う
is
out into this
banning.
first banning
この
phase
ラン
because
タン
we
の
were
光に
completely
導
forgetting
かれ
about
る
the banning and putting into hands of ban wasn't that of a great choice for LCF and they learned their lesson they banned it out into this third game.
And that's true. That's true. As of now, the Fanny will be respected this time. Understandable. Last game they kept it open, and they just don't want to make sure that that would be the same scenario into this game number three. Now the Zushin, I feel like the Zushin, the Sicilian this time, or maybe the Matilda would be the one onto the next. But as of now, let's just see what will be them both the teams banning it up.
魔法が僕のすべてだ。Your
No, the
team is
Harriet is being
banning.
banned away by LCF, because I feel like Missouri just love going for the Granger instead of the Harriet, and he's prioritizing it much more than any other marksman that we have
沈
seen
みゆく
so
夕日
often
の
in the
中で
Your
game
team
希
because they
望
is
の
are the ones
羽
banning.
が
picking it
羽
out
ばたく
actually, and like you mentioned, the Matilda is always gonna be into the upper banning phase because the Juice and the Matilda has such been a duo into this ban phase, right? Because they have a special slot into this position right now, and LCF will they go for another the Granger banter, but they can utilize this Granger, right? Or ban out the Hilda because Hilda is still up for grabs.
That's true. That's true. The Granger should be respected this match as well. But this time the Harriet would be there. But next on to the ban section, I feel like it would be targeted towards a EXP laner. Now, let's just say what will be the ban right here, given the fact that there's just 5 seconds left. Is it a
Leo,
Granger?
行け
Is it
Your
Irithel?
team is
Interesting.
banning.
Oh,
Irithel was a perma ban coming in. Last two matches, we did see the Irithel getting banned time by time.
yeah, and this time around, this is not a different story. This is the same story we have seen. Our Misery is just trying to set up for his Granger again. Right into the second game, we have seen there wasn't much of a gain coming up for his team, but he was the one dealing a lot of damage and securing 90% of the kills for his team as well. So maybe, you know, Impurity, if they ban this out, Misery might actually be first to pick out any other hero or, the his comfort has with the Granger we have seen. So, Impurity may be able to take this out because, the Irithel is already
命を
gone.
守る。それが
Your
唯一の
team is
使命だ。
Hey, that's right, that's right. Now, the Hylos would be the one which would be respected right here. Now, first two matches are already done. Both of the teams do know that they would be playing some of the
苦しみの
these
音色
heroes
を聞か
possible,
せて
but
や
Your
ろう。
Misery
team
going
is
ahead with
banning.
the signature pick coming in yet again. He is again confident that he got this game into his hands, but it depends on to the whole team what will be the outcome, given the fact that last game it was Team Impurity Esports who swept it away.
Hmm. Well, you know, I feel like Impurity
すべ
does
てを
have
終
an
わらせる
answer
まで
for the
私は
Granger
戦
into the
い続け
second
る。
game, but this time around, I want to see what they are going to bring into this table. But so far, we have seen the Hilda completely ignore this match because we have seen into this first two games, it
愛
was
が
being banned
え
away by Impurity
your
Your
themselves, but
team
my
is
this
eh?
time around
banning.
will be securing that hero. And it's going to be another comfort for Nicholas Quinn too, because we have seen how much of a damage that uh, Cecilia was dealing into the second game, but so far he might be able to match up with the Grand stacks too. And if they get another early game jungle into the hands of Van, because we have seen so far Impurity has been so oriented onto their jungle, because they if they enable their jungle, they know that they will be able to have their lead and super this Van onto his comfort, because the Suyo is still there, the Zoe is still there, and LCF may not give that any kind of comfort for a Van.
Okay. So far, so good. Looks like
Team is
Badang would
picking.
be finally coming on to the play. Long time no see. It was respected last few matches, but as of now, talking about Team Impurity Esports, the Sicilian, the Hilda, that is definitely a good, strong HP into their hands. But this time around, they are not experimenting with the support mid and actually going in for damage. That was the change that was much needed into the hands of Team Impurity Esports, and they are working through it. But right now, there is still a chance that Team Impurity Esports could pick up the joy and try to take away the early game as they were doing it in the last match.
Mhm. When they secure an early game in the hands of them, they may
Your team
actually
is
be
banning.
in favor of them, but they want to play this mind games just a little bit longer, because they want to go for those trade or force LCF to pick up the studio so that they can have that
我
joy
は
for
海を
themselves, or maybe
司る
with
者
another
なり
teammate,
Team is
another hero.
banning.
But right now, this is a comfort for their goal laner as well. Bruno will be picked away, and we have seen to the previous game, the Kadita being banned away, just like you mentioned, just to counter this Cecilian, because Cecilian is so weak against the burst hero like the Kadita, and it's gonna be perfect ban for impurity, but they are opening a lot of jungle choices for NCF.
That's true. That's true.
Your
Burst
team
Heroes
is
does work it out
banning.
very well against a Cecilian, but as of now, look, if the Suyu was banned, that means both the teams they don't want to go ahead with. They don't want both teams to pick it up or even go ahead with it. Maybe we would be looking at an Alpha coming onto the play, or even the Joy, who is still up for a grabs. But this time around, I feel like some of the one team will be surprising us with their picks, but let's just wait and find out, because two of the heroes yet to be banned. Looking at the ban section, I feel like it will be a little bit oriented towards a mage this time, because Team Impurity Esports, the one ban is still left out.
Yeah, with these guys, we have
Your
they
team
are
is
gonna go for the
banning.
mates, because like you mentioned, they are yet to pick up the mates, and maybe the Eve is the perfect uh composition for them, because they can pick up the alpha this time around, or and Eve is so good against the Alpha too, and one can go for it. It might not be that of a bad choice, because the Alpha is so good against this kind of heroes that's very tanky. But if this happens too, they may try to go for a dive, that they need a dive hero that can go and lock down onto Misery, onto the Granger, because he's gonna be very slippery with a flicker in play too. So if LCF can risk it, they can ban out the alpha now, or if they want to go for something very different.
真の愛は血の
Oh,
ごと
that's
に
true.
is
That's
picking.
true. But looks like Bose, one of his heroes, would be banned this time. Carmela, understandable. The Impurity Esports could push the Hilda into the EXP lane, making sure to pick up a little bit of tankiness, a little bit of great utility hero for the team fight, so that they would be getting an advantage. And Carmilla does serve its purpose. It would have been the final piece right there for that victory. But looks like the ban sections are here.
私のフラッシュビートを
There
聞
are
かせない
always
よ
going
is
to be
picking.
obstacles when you want to climb the top. But as of now, Vansatro going in with the Joy. Interestingly enough, we did predict Joy coming in, not quite fast enough, but looks like Impurity Esports would be the one taking up.
You know, Actually, the LCF are looking for that. They look like they are setting up for the joy, and Van is kind of a player who's going to be very comfortable on those dashy kind of heroes. So he's going to be the one securing that joy, and it might eventually be their early game answer. Not that much of an early game, but the mid game answer. Maybe they try to play slow or play around the Hilda, or try to go into this mid lane power fight, mid game Paris White because there's a joint there's what a joint combined for you. But this time around Blue will be the one taking that Barca, and I do really like this Barca pick again, this kind of composition because
少し
you
で
know the
も多く
Bruno
の
is
善
so
人が
hard arranged
平等を
and
享受でき
the
るように
Sekilan as well. And if you want to go against a ranged hero, just pick out a heavy artillery mix like this Farsa, so they are gonna go for it, and it's very very a perfect choice for them as well. But Johan securing that Julian, I do not know about this Julian. What do you think?
Julian, interesting. It was just few seasons ago, like,
正義は
few
必ず
patches,
勝
not
つ
few, it's been a lot of patches that it has gone by that the Julian was buffed and he actually made an entry back into the meta. Again, the Julian is not a popular pick coming in, but against Joy, it does work it out very well. But again, I feel like the Farsa, as you mentioned, Debbie, already, that Farsa is a very good pick. Same thoughts on that. The Eve or the Farsa does play the same role. One is blind, one is not.
Absolutely right, and they have the range too. So we have to see. Uh, the last pick for the side of impurity is actually the Cho, or maybe Bo is the rumor for them, or this is a Cho wrong. We have they are just gonna make it work because it's gonna be forcing out blue onto that purify, and if he does not have the purify or the wings by wings, that's where the signal for Van is gonna be. He's gonna be diving in. He's gonna be going for blue time and time again because we have seen to the second game too until the when he was dismantling blue time and target of Aurora, but this time around, I feel like this is gonna be the same story too because this is the first that's gonna be very, very weak against those kind of divey assassins.
Oh, that's true. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you into the third match of the series. While this is the last match where we will be knowing which team will be proceeding towards that upper bracket into the next round. As of now, both the junglers focusing on to the same rotation. That is interesting to see. But look at Hilda's position. Bo is also joining that up.
Yeah, and they are just trying to be as aggressive as human as possible. We have to dive away from that onslaught, but Blue is just being some users. Oh, the second call connecting with the Drew, and he's gonna be very, very low, and your mom is not giving him chance to farm up revenge just a little bit, and he might eventually be in favor for the side of impurity. But right now they have to back away because they are understanding of the situation. They are very, very low too. Boom, they can just try to go back in again because they are actually powerful, but the right side from force this might eventually see their fate. Oh, that's out for error again. They will be the ones secure being killed onto the first block by LCF, and this time it might actually be in favor for LCF again.
Okay, but Joy making the fast rotation into the bot lane. Look at that. They are not allowing Johan to get level 4 as soon as the Joy. Look at Joy.
No, I do not see this kind of aggression coming out for an opposition against the Julian because the Julian is the one who's gonna be much earlier, coming online earlier than any kind of hero because his level 3 is all he needs. But right now, looking at the position of Arrow so far, has been served in most of the time because it's just they are focusing too much on this tech 3, and Arrow doesn't have a chance to move out a little bit because his health is too low right now. I feel like Nico's Queen and your mom are just setting up to get that level 4 in order to be setting up for this turtle as well. And this time around, LCF might be eventually late for any kind of team fight for this turtle.
That's true. That's true. River area control into the hands of Team Impurity Esports. They are trying to make a quick turtle stop, and they got it.
Oh, the feather airstrike will be committed, and Bull will be the one falling down second time, and he will be the simple casualty for a turtle. Or this might eventually start to stop feeding because when he dies a little bit too much, the goal might actually be in his favor for LCF, even though he is the one who down very early on. So then LCF might actually be able to that real hard. Just diving back, the turtle will be the one securing that kill, and the red buff will be jumping through and Aaron is value, but he might not go for it because there's so many members for impurities.
I do agree with you on that, Debbie. But the teams, especially team Impurity Esports, they are trying to move in very, very fast, focusing onto the goal lane as much as possible and hindering Dohan's farm. Look at that, another farm stolen away while
That was a lot of damage from the batteries on Nick's Dreams again, and that's a single got connected onto Johan. Johan is at level 5, but on the side of Vansatoru is level 6 already, and he's gonna be farming a speedy farming with heavy farming, and for a side of Bo again. And your mom still onto the hill, and you are just being aggressive, and Johan, as you mentioned, is not having the control of his life, just being scared, right? He, at this point he's gonna be having PTSD onto his own jungle too.
oh, that's true. That's true. Tilda would be coming up to give a Oh, but wait a minute. Mid lane.
Oh,
Okay, Blue
that
almost
was
almost gotten that kick, but he is safe as of now. Now, on to the other hand, look at that. The turtle will be up in a few seconds. Talking about itemization as well. Looks like the Bruno as well as the Granger moving ahead. A little hand by hand, a little bit of goal difference coming up already, given the fact that Team Impurity Esports are the one leading as of now.
And they might actually try to have this moving on for this one, but Buhan is just trying to get a lot of kills onto your mom, but it still will be forcing and securing their kill. But this time around, they're gonna be explaining that hurdle, but it's actually to the favor of Impurity, but just a dive from like one guard in the second time, this is gonna be way in order to survive more from a consecutive times. So I've been looking for more, but eventually they have to back away.
Oh, okay. Okay, talking about the goal lead as of now, it is Team Impurity Esports got into the mid lane. I do see error in a.
He's caught in charge
Okay,
using but oh, it was a waste of ultimate, I would say.
yeah, a little bit of small skirmish coming in, but it is kind of heavily focused into the river area as of now, given the fact that both the teams are gearing up for one. Now, Bo in a very special position as of now will be spotted on, and as of yet again, it will be Team Impurity Esports who will be getting that first turret as usual. First game, they were the ones taking down the first bloods, the turrets as well. The second game, same scenario, but blue as of now. Look at that.
Oh, he's just trying to dive in. Your mom is putting a lot of damage onto Blue again. It's another effort into the other. Your mom is in the fun. Turning on. Your mom will be the one falling eventually into the hands of Blue. But that one kill for the side of LCL. But that's an XP later. But the Impurity are the one having that lead onto the objective wise. But this time around, LCF might eventually try to look for the chasing because there's one member down for the side of Impurity.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Blood Bow, on to the other hand, trying to find the way of Dragon. Will he be successful? Because the window of opportunity is passing up very, very quickly as of now. But on to the other hand, both the teams are into the mid lane as of now. Look at that.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage now for the side of Blue, but right now Alex trying to even protect and get some of Blue as well, but there's a plenty of member. The battery is using again. A lot of damage, but no much of a casualty. Both of the teams will be taken down very, very low, but Turtle is just going to fall into the hands of when I can find but it was even not be connected just the one other because the noise on the side of LCF
Oh, oh,
there's
and
a
Satoru
fire
getting
breeze
the.
doesn't make sense. No one will be the one secure. Secure, but Veteran is a triple kill for him. The first time he's falling down for seconds. Just trying to sustain a lot of damage. Your mom is trying to dive in again. And that's a lot of damage coming out for Nicholas Stream 2 for second will be the one falling unstoppable for Vansaturo, and that's a wipe out for the side of LCL, and Impurity has done it again.
That is true, and that is an unofficial savage coming in. Let's ignore the fact that it was the Sicilian who took the kill, and the time just passed away for the maniac. But as of now, the team LCF they have respawned, but at what cost? They lost few of the turrets, especially the tier 3 turrets. Now it will be kind of hard if they let go of the Lord as well. Three turtles into the hands of Team Impurity Esports. Definitely, they are rocking in the goal lead.
Mhm. And when you have a goal, you want it acting as much as possible. Just try to look for a start onto a hero like a Phil as well. And oh my goodness, that's a monster kill for Wen Satura onto the bot lane. That's a solo for both of the jungles. But given And then Van has the level lead as well as the goal lead economy wise too. He's gonna be coming out on top, especially against a hero like a Julian who didn't have the turbo potential on him, but this time around, Impurity are actually playing it safe.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Team Impurity Esports, they are taking up a goal lead, but as of now, into the bot lane, they are making sure to play it 5 on 5. A little bit of vision is being given left and right, but will it be enough? Look at that Vansa throw.
Oh, that's a better airstrike to the more just the skill and I feel like that's the wise to streaming out for Blue because he managed to secure he managed to keep his one turret completely safe. But there's a resource being wasted, but Blue is just trying to look for something there's a stun coming onto him, but somewhat of a pushing out for both of the teams. But right now, they might actually try to focus for the love, but look at the position of the fielder right now. Just trying to look for a flank.
The Hilda is actually a threat. Look at that, the Feather Airstrike coming into play, and the bow trying to get away of Dragon.
Oh, it was exactly only one member, but that's like powerful. Two of the members really better will be the ones doing that. They're also the best that Emery someone is gonna have to take away. But that time, Bruno is coming online. This episode coming off on Nickel Game as well. This bad impact. Securing the kill. Misery in trouble is gonna be taken very, very low. And that's one last hit for the bad impact on Nico's Cream, and he will be the one securing that kill eventually onto Misery. And they do not look like they are wanting, they, things are not looking good for MSCF right now. There's only one man that's present, and Blue has to be careful right now. There's a lot of guys missing out on.
Oh, that's true. That's true, and we're talking about the goal gap as well, 10,000 goal difference, and actually it does matter given the fact that Team LCS are a little bit behind as of now with the items, with their skills, with the damage as well. Now the Granger does needs a few of the items, where onto the contrast, the Bruno is all farmed up. The Bruno does have enough items, whatever he wants, and a little bit of, a fun, playful time coming in while the Feather Airstrike is being committed.
Oh, I feel like that's too very early because a lot has been started with they really like started but literally for Buster killing down Misery and just trying to down him down as well. Then it's all just trying to look for extra. And that's what they really want to do. That's what they want to do as well. Your want to find diving. And that's how be enough to survive another day once again. Will be the ones securing that kill onto your want to go on diving now from Arrow just looking for something that's gonna be taken very, very low. It's gonna be going down into hands on Mr. King. And he's still alive. Roy feel well, there's no member for the side of LCF, and he was the one who's really rolling, and Lord will be the one focusing onto the base and the Impurity. Slowly but surely, they are the ones securing their place in this tournament with a lot of fight, and that's a clean sweep, ladies and gentlemen. LCF will fall down to into the lower brackets.
There we go, Team Impurity Esports winning up this match. They really focused up onto the Granger plus the Farsa. They did not, they did make sure that the Granger would be the one not getting enough farm to make sure that he would be carrying the game, because last game we did see that scenario, and with that a 2-for-1 score coming in.
Mm. That was a clean sweep, I would say, because Impurity did enable their jungle as much as possible, and when they have the early game security, they got that late game security too. And so I feel like this is a very, very deserving win for them, a clean sweep that we have seen on Impurity Esports LCF. Amazing to take only one game against them, but right now we are coming into the end of this tournament for today, but we will be coming back for a lot of dramatic events, a lot of um, important gameplays coming out for the squads of these tournaments. But we are gonna be ending this for today, and we're gonna see you tomorrow.
Welcome to the Vortex of Legends season.
Immortality or death! Tremble!
Welcome to the vortex of legends.